So I'm going to start with our words of wealth. Marriage is not a noun. It's a verb. It's a action.
Welcome back to the Wells of Wealth podcast, everyone. And today we are super excited because we have a couple that I love to watch all the time on Instagram. I'm always just admire them from afar. And so I'm super excited today because they're sitting down with us and we're going to chat and we're going to talk. And y'all are in for an amazing conversation.
Yes.
Without delay, you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves and let everybody know who you are, what you do, and we'll hop into it.
Ladies first.
Thank you. I am Jahneiss Gross.
And I am Jonathan Gross.
And we are two halves of the Gross Way
Yes.
on all platforms.
Yes.
We have been married for 11 years.
Been together for 14.
Beautiful.
Yes, it made
That is
14 this
beautiful.
month. Do
Okay.
you know what today is? It's our anniversary. Yeah. And we have 3 beautiful children, 10, 7, and 19 months. Y'all pray for us.
That 19 months.
We keeping you lifted.
Yes.
Yes, please.
It's a challenge. And they are all girls. Ultimate girl dad here.
Right.
I struck out on boys. I didn't get no boys. But no, I'm good with that, though. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
The love from a daughter is
I was gonna say,
unbelievable.
Priceless.
daddies and daughters, it's just,
It's such a
something
beautiful
special
thing.
about that.
It's
Yeah.
such a beautiful thing. But yeah, we've been doing influencing for 3 years now, full time for 6 months.
Yes.
Wow.
Congrats. on
Hired
that.
him in February.
Yes.
That's everything.
And we have the history of us is
Oh, man.
our story is
Yeah, it's a story.
it's powerful.
Yes.
It's, you know, between cervical cancer, between 3 very high risk pregnancies,
Yeah.
one leading into borderline premature baby, and
Us losing our jobs.
losing jobs,
Yes.
Yeah.
emotional infidelity,
Yes.
Yeah.
all of the things.
Yes.
Him losing his dad.
Losing my dad. Yes.
It's just been, you know, we've had some uphill battles, but we always battled them together.
That's
Stuck through
beautiful.
it. Prayed through it. And saw always through it. We always thought about victory
Yeah.
in our marriage. So we thought about all the time.
Victory.
Yeah.
Yes.
Together, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
together.
can win victories, but winning them together,
Together.
is what keep the marriage solid.
As one.
It's beautiful to see you guys evolve together because a lot of times people get lost in the terms.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
When
Yes.
different trials comes, it's if you're not on the same page, and you'll be looking for something from that person, and it's easy to get lost in the heartache, the trials.
Yes.
So I applaud you guys for being
Yes.
able to navigate that
Yes.
flawlessly.
I know.
Thank you.
Man.
The goal is always to allow life to happen so that you can learn the lessons you need so that life doesn't happen again.
Right.
Yes.
You know,
Right.
sometimes we get so caught up in all of the bad things happening that we forget to learn those lessons.
Yeah.
So that those bad things don't happen again.
Absolutely.
And so here we go again in the bad things because we didn't learn from the first time because we was too focused on the wrong thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
we just talked about this the other day. The grass is green where you water it.
That's it.
And at the end of the day, you thinking that, oh, this grass over here is just dead. Ain't nothing I can do with it. Let me move on. Well, the next grass is going to be dead too if you continue that mentality.
Yeah.
You have to remember that your grass is green where you water it. And it's always going to need watering. Every grass needs tended to.
Yes.
Yeah.
No grass can thrive just off you looking at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to actually put in work and put in effort. It may be different work with the next person, but it's going to
Right.
always
It's
be work.
always gonna be work.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's always
It's
gonna
always
be
be
work.
work.
That's
Y'all
beautiful.
already preaching to the people.
Right.
We ain't even got into the episode.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start with our words of wealth. Marriage is not a noun. It's a verb. It's a action. It's the day-to-day,
Yeah.
the nitty-gritty, the ups and downs of living with another person.
Amen.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes, that's a
That's
beautiful
good.
quote.
Power.
Man.
Powerful quote.
And
That's what it's like.
It is. And in that, I think it's a perfect segue to what we'll be talking about, which is just social media, marriage, all of that. Because a lot of times people don't understand the ups and downs that come with a beautiful marriage. Like your favorite people that you see online or wherever, they have been through something.
Absolutely.
Yes.
They have been through something. And so a lot of times we just see the perfect picture, but in building that perfect picture, there's the stuff, right?
Yeah.
There's the stuff that builds us up to become
That perfect picture.
that perfect picture.
Yes.
And so when I think of you guys, I just go straight to Instagram. Like y'all, I log on and I'll see one of y'all's posts and it will just bring like a big smile on my face because I just love seeing how much y'all love each other. And so what inspired y'all to do marriage-based content?
Yeah, let's talk about our journey, how we started on Instagram. Like at first, Instagram was static posts, it was pictures, things like that, and we noticed that our growth on Instagram wasn't going as high.
It was so slow.
When we did posts, whether it's you and I, oh man,
Yeah. And like we don't get me wrong, as parents, we are amazing. He's an
Yes.
amazing dad, and I truly value his fatherhood journey with our girls. It's one that I didn't have myself growing
Yeah.
up. But a friend of mine mentioned to me one night, we were just so stuck and yearning for him to leave that workforce and come home. But we were so stuck, and we were like, we know we have something special.
Yeah.
But why is it that no one else sees it? And she was like, oh, no, they see it. You're just not sharing enough of it. I love your children. They're beautiful. Y'all have a beautiful family.
Yeah.
But y'all's marriage is what I come to y'all for. The way he loves you is different. It's special.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what the people want to see.
Yeah.
The minute we decided to take our kids out of it, may I mind you, our children never wanted to do this in the first place.
Right.
When I tell you we were those bribing parents,
You're like, please sit down and smile. Please sit
we'll
down."
go for ice cream
Yeah.
after this photo shoot. We promise.
Yeah.
Like, we'll
Yes.
go, okay, you'll get the toy. Okay, I got candy waiting for
Right.
you. Please take this picture. Please do this video the way I need you to do it.
Right.
They do not like doing it. And so we had to get to a point where we're like, okay, so we're going to take them out of it. We still share our children
Yeah.
when we do get a good moment.
Yeah.
But it's every now and again now because our focus is what makes us special, and that's our marriage.
Absolutely.
How our marriage has overcome, not
Yes.
just through the trials that we've experienced, but through our own childhood traumas that we have needed to heal from.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so that's how we came to sharing that part of our story.
That's good. That's good. And I know, Jonathan, it wasn't necessarily the first thing you wanted to embrace. Like you weren't just thrilled to be right in front of the camera. So how did you adapt to sharing your love on camera and just being open to letting people inside y'all's marriage?
So for me, my thing was that when Janice and I was interacting with each other, like off camera, like just off camera, and then we'll go on camera and do something. She said, "Hey, what you would do with me off the camera, it's enough. You know, that you don't have to put on no show like that. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
You know, you can't keep your hands off of me. You know my love language.
Yeah.
My love language is physical touch.
Yeah.
And words of affirmation. I want you to express that all the time on the camera." So it got to the point where I got on the camera and I forget the camera's there.
Yeah.
It's not there anymore. I'm embracing her love language on her all the time. It's what she needs to bring her positive energy up and her vibes back. And she reciprocates that back to me, to my love language, which is acts of service. So that's where it's been. That's where the magic was at. The magic was actually being authentic and being true. True to who I am with her off the camera.
Yeah.
And that's where it all thrived from. Just getting comfortable and being in myself in that moment.
That's
every
good.
single time. And then after a while, like when we be recording stuff, like, you know, the camera's running. You got stuff hooking on.
I'll be like, okay, we got it on.
So,
he
you know,
be forgetting that camera is rolling.
I be forgetting.
Yeah.
Y'all, when I'm editing, I'm like, okay, cut there.
Yeah, it got
because
to the
he got too far, and
Yeah.
I can't show all of
Right.
that. We are not on OnlyFans.
And when I tell you guys that it is real and authentic, she just asked Jonathan to get her some lotion right before the show. And this brother goes and get the lotion.
And
Now me, I would have been like, here you go, baby.
He'd be
Here's
like,
the lotion.
there you go.
Jonathan bends on his knees and starts
Lotioning
lotioning
my feet.
her feet.
Oh,
And I said, I got to step up my game. And so I'm like, this brother is inspiration for everybody. I'm like,
now y'all are inspiration.
Y'all are
Yeah,
inspiration.
exactly.
Yeah.
So how in that, like, how do y'all handle external pressures? Like, how do y'all handle the people that have something to say, or the family and friends that are viewing your content and feeling like, oh, am I putting out too much for them to know? Everybody's gonna know my business. Or like, how do y'all deal with all of that?
So what's funny is, for the longest, I would not allow our content to be shared to Facebook. And my mom was always like, I don't ever see your post. I don't have that Instagram thing. So, I mean, maybe you could create me an account so I could see what y'all are doing, because I can never see y'all's posts. And one day, because my mom and my dad are on Instagram, and a lot of my cousins and a lot of our my family.
Yeah.
And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to let it go. I'm going to let it go over there, and I cannot worry about that anymore, because at the end of the day, I have to be true to who I am.
Yeah.
First of all, even though, yes, my story may hurt my father, I can't worry about his pain.
That's good.
Because that cannot be my concern and my healing and my service to help others heal as well. I can't worry about how he is affected. If you didn't want other people to know, you should not have done it.
Absolutely.
So I had to get out of my head that I would hurt people's feelings. I had to get out of my head that I would bother someone with how affectionate we are, because we don't hide our affection when we in public.
Right.
Like, the way we are in our bathroom is the same way we are sitting and waiting for this movie to start at the movie theater. Like, like, listen, don't let us be on vacation on somebody's island by us with no kids, nobody around, nobody we know. It's a whole nother story. If you see us in the pool, just give us a minute. Like,
just mind your business.
Mind your business and give us a minute. That might be a crowded pool, but that little space that we in is not crowded. And so, like, we cannot.
Speak your truth. Speak your truth.
We cannot care. I just had to stop caring about what other people thought. And I swear, I was sharing everything over to Facebook. Facebook was struggling. It had been at 500 followers for, like, I want to say 2 years. It wasn't moving an inch.
Yeah.
I started sharing. one day I said, "Ooh, no, I'm not gonna share this over there." When you go to select not to share to Facebook, a screen pops up and your follower count also shows before it tells you, the disclosure. And then it has a little toggle bar where you can select to not share this particular reel.
Yeah.
I said, this page done grow to 1.4 thousand followers. What in the world?
Wow.
I said, Jonathan, we grew 1,000 followers on
Yeah.
Didn't even know
Facebook.
it.
Didn't even know.
Didn't know.
I did not even know we had grown on that platform. Now that platform at 31K.
Wow.
I just let it flow. I said, you know what? That's fine. Let's let it flow.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised how many people have Facebook but not Instagram.
Right.
Have Instagram but not TikTok. Have YouTube but not Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook.
Right.
That one platform, that's it.
Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
have. I know somebody that just told me in comments, are y'all on YouTube? Because I'm taking a hiatus from social media, and I still want to be able to see y'all's content. And so she had to go and follow us on YouTube so she can remain connected to us.
Yeah.
Like, you'll be surprised how many people don't have every app.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we done hit a whole nother group of people
Yeah.
over there on Facebook because
Yes.
I stopped caring.
Yeah.
And no, our parents don't agree with him being full time. They think we're absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Been
They
there,
think,
done that.
how you gonna take care of your family?
Yeah.
How you gonna do
Yeah.
this? How you gonna do that? And in our eyes, we like, God got it.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's it.
Because when you're moving in your purpose, it's not for you to worry about the
It's
rest.
not for you to
Yeah.
worry about how you gonna handle those other
Absolutely.
details.
Right.
Those details are for God to work out.
Absolutely.
You meeting him, as long as you continue to meet him where he needs you to, so
Absolutely.
that he can pour into you, all those other details will always be ironed out. It
Absolutely.
will always be worked
Yes.
out. You don't know how, but that's not your business.
It's not your business. Yeah.
How or why, that's not your business.
It's
Yeah.
nothing to do with you.
There's nothing to do with you. Only thing that you have to worry about is what he told you to do, the purpose and the vision he has given you. And he didn't give it to you saying everything was going to be roses and candy.
Right.
It's not going to be easy.
Right.
But as long as you continue to follow his guide, his guidance, and let him lead,
Yes.
Yeah.
you can't go wrong. You'll never
Yes.
go wrong.
And honestly, that's where God wants us.
Yeah,
He
he
wants
wants us
us
in that space.
in a space where we have to lean on him. Because if everything is already worked out, then a lot of times we feel like we don't need God.
Yeah.
And so he will make us uncomfortable. He will put us in a position where we're like, I don't know, God, but
Yeah, I
it's
don't
on
know,
you.
but okay,
Hey,
you know.
it's,
Yes.
you got it.
Yeah.
So
Leaving it up to
You said
you.
it, you
I'm
said it.
giving it to you.
Yeah.
Everybody is like, maybe he should go get a part-time job, or maybe.
Yep.
And I'm like, no, God got something coming. And his whole thing is, what if I do that and then now we missing out because now we got this trip that we got to go on, but I can't get off now.
Right.
Yeah.
Or we got this obligation that I can't meet because of my now work schedule.
Yeah.
Like, the whole point of me leaving was so that doors can open for us.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely. That you need
We
the
closing
flexibility.
those doors. Yeah, we're closing those doors we're closing those doors if I go back to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he doesn't want to do it, and I have to allow him to lead.
Yeah.
I have to allow him to do what God is telling him to do.
Yeah.
That's my duty. That's my job as his wife.
Absolutely.
And so it might seem crazy to others, but I'm crazy for mine. So
And that's all that matters. And that's all.
And when I decided to go full time, my mom was the exact same way, and it wasn't out of a place of, I mean, she loved me, she believed in me, but that generation is not a very risk-taking generation.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so
Absolutely.
we know that, number one, we got to walk by faith. When God calls us to do something, he doesn't always show you, he doesn't always have it all mapped out from a standpoint of what you can see.
Right.
He has it mapped out,
Yeah.
but you don't know the road
You
that
don't
he's
see
going
it.
to take you,
Right.
and that's the faith walk that's required.
Oh,
Faith
yes.
walk, yes, it
But
is.
if you know he called you to do it, he will make the provision.
Yes.
right.
Oh my gosh. Let me tell you something. My mom is probably the best cook in the South. She can make something out of nothing.
Okay.
She can take a recipe and spin that thing, add spices that you ain't never thought would even go into this type of dish. Like, my mom is the best cook, and we have told her for years.
Yep.
You need to start a restaurant.
Yes.
Yeah.
For
You need to
years.
start a restaurant. You need to make some plates and sell it at the beauty shop on
Yeah.
Saturdays. You need to do this. Like, this could be a big deal. We could all work there.
Yeah.
And she just turned 55 and unhappy.
Yeah.
Her job is hard on her, and but she has my little sister to take care of, so she got to work, right?
Yeah.
But because she never took that risk,
Yeah.
she always gonna have to work for somebody else.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and
That's
you
it. That's
can
what it
miss
is.
out on you miss out on your purpose, and then when you miss out on your purpose, you never feel like you've lived a truly fulfilled life.
There you go.
Yeah,
Exactly
that's
what it
it.
is.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. He loves what we're doing.
Yes.
He loves the impact that it's having.
Yeah.
We have been brought to tears from testimonies of other people who have told us that we either took them back, got them to go back to their spouses because they were separated.
Wow.
Oh yeah, we gave them hope that they could love again because for so long they didn't think they could. We gave them hope that there is a love out there that's just for them,
Yeah.
a godly love. God has a person for them.
Absolutely.
Because for so long they had given up and they really thought they would die alone.
Yep.
We have healed marriages. We have healed people who desire marriage. We have done God's work.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how can we turn from that?
Right.
Yep.
Right.
And that impact alone pays my bills.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
People think I'm crazy. Think I'm crazy. That's fine. Think I'm crazy. That's
You got
fine.
that,
But crazy faith is crazy
crazy
faith for a
faith.
reason.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's what it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I remember like when we first started the podcast, I came up with this idea. I was like, Derek, we need to do this because we have
Something
things
to
that
say.
we have something to say. We have wisdom that we need to share. I was telling you, we've almost been married for 13 years now. Like we've gone through, thank you.
Yes.
It was work.
Yeah. Look, we need to get shirts. We made it.
We made it. We still making it.
We still make it. We made it. We still making it. Yeah, that's what the shirts need to say.
We made it easy on y'all.
Look.
All right. Well, but no, like so I remember telling him, I know there's something that we have to say, and in doing that, if it's just one person that watches and says, what y'all are doing has impacted my life, that's enough for me.
That's
Yeah.
it.
You did God's work.
That's enough
Yeah.
for me.
Oh my God, that's what
Absolutely.
we always say.
Literally,
one
like
comment.
that's it.
That's it.
That's all we need.
Yeah.
Is to know that it touched one person. You changed one person's life for the good. That person is now going to live a full life because they listened to you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Talk about how you got to where you are.
Right.
And that is in itself a blessing and what you do it for every day.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then you go into impacting thousands.
Yeah.
Impact the community.
Can't go wrong.
You can't.
Can't.
Yeah.
You can't turn back from that. You can't turn
can't.
away from that.
You can't.
Yeah.
You truly can't.
You can't at all.
I love that. That's good,
Yeah,
y'all.
that is.
That's good. So how do y'all handle those haters though?
Go ahead. Tell them.
How do y'all
Tell the truth,
handle-
shame the devil.
I'll tell you mine. Let me go first.
I'll go. So I'm Caribbean American.
You said enough.
I said, there you go. I'm a work in progress, right? I definitely, one thing that I learned in the beginning of our marriage is that it's okay for me to be who I am
Yeah.
because God sent me someone that can level that out. God sent me someone to that can help me learn how to navigate who I am in a way that is constructive
Yeah.
and productive and not destructive. You know, I am quite aggressive.
Be honest. I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
I am. I'm
But you know what?
aggressive.
It's a really good to that too. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm aggressive.
But the balance is needed.
Yeah,
The balance is needed.
I'm
Yeah.
aggressive and he is not. He
Right.
is passive and I'm aggressive. And so
Yeah.
we meet each other at assertive, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I am learning that, first of all, everything does not deserve my response. That these people don't know me.
Right.
Right.
And misery loves company.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And at the end of the day, hurt people
Hurt people.
hurt people.
Yeah.
And what better way to hurt somebody than behind a computer
Yeah.
or behind a cell phone
Yeah.
that you can't see, you might not ever meet.
Right.
And it definitely is, it's not easy, but block and delete are my two favorite words these days.
Yeah.
Like, if I feel like what you're saying and what you're trying to paint us out to be is not conforming with, who we truly are, and you're not even willing to learn,
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm more than willing to teach, right? Like, if I feel like it's a teachable moment, I will gladly explain what you need me to explain and help you get to a better place in your mindset about whatever it is that was bothering you about this post.
Yeah.
But the minute I feel like, oh no, you're not willing, I'm not. I led you to the water, but baby, I'm not gonna make you
You
drink.
can't. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not gonna force your head in this pond,
Right.
right? Like, I'm not gonna force your head in this water so you can quench your thirst. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna walk away
Yeah.
and act like none of this ever happened.
Yeah.
Block, delete the whole comment thread. Like, I'm not doing this with you.
That's good.
I know, like, most of the negative comments are about him
Yep.
and about how he is, I guess a weaker man because of how he loves me.
Just
Yep.
crazy.
There you go.
Right, it's crazy,
It's
right?
crazy.
Like, and like they don't know my
Yeah.
husband.
Yeah.
They don't know that he has an aggressive side to him that he works really hard to suppress. He's always been that way.
Right.
Before I met him, I didn't know this side until, life started happening, and I am the only one that can bring that side out of him. But that wife thing,
Yeah.
we get close to
Yeah.
him. We get,
You start
we're
to
the
know those
closest.
buttons. You start to know. Yeah.
I had to learn them buttons were not meant for me.
Right.
Them buttons were covered when I met him for a reason.
Yeah.
And it wasn't my job to uncover them and hit and even look at them,
Yeah.
let alone
Yeah.
press them. And so but no one knows him. And so I had to learn that that's fine. Look, call him a simp, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, he knows his truth. I know
Right.
his truth. And those who truly know us know his truth.
Right.
I'm not worried about it. Like, I had to get to that place because I was going to war with these people in these comments.
Yeah. I mean, like, for me,
Yeah.
I was like, nobody knows our marriage like I know it.
Yeah.
I know how my wife needs to be loved. I know what she needs for me to be elevated and walk into a positive energy space. And if they see that, they don't understand it, their opinions for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not for me, it's for them. When they expressing how they feel if they was in my shoes. You know what I mean? And I can't worry about their shoes, I worry about my shoes.
Right.
So when I think about all the comments that I see, I look at them, I ain't gonna lie to you, when I see them, I'm like, here they go. I just delete, move on, keep on moving. Because I learned, like, I strive to walk in a position of unconditional love.
Yes.
That's how Christ loved us.
Yes.
Unconditional love. Christ wants to be in that same kind of position. So I'm walking in a position of unconditional love, and I'm gonna keep on showing it until I leave this earth. You know what I mean? That's how it's gonna be for me. So when I see bad comments, it's like bad energy has to flow straight through me and go right out of me. I don't give any attention. I don't give any energy, because if I'm gonna argue with the fool, then if I'm trying to win an argument, I'm the bigger fool.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Do I want to get on a social media account where I got so many followers that's inspired by us to be a bigger fool trying to argue with somebody to win an argument?
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah. I'd rather, save yourself for your peace instead of spending time arguing with someone and giving this person that energy. So when I look at those kind of things, that's how I look at it. That's how I see it out. You know what I mean? I know my marriage, I know my wife, I know what she needs. And guess what? I'm trying to inspire many husbands to do the same thing for their wife.
Yeah.
That's not you being a simp. That's you really unconditionally submitting yourself to God.
Yes.
To get a wife the love that she needs to feel elevated, to make her reciprocate back to you.
That she
That's
deserves.
That she deserves.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
That's what marriage is all about.
Right.
We deserve us. Listen, we deserve a simple, a gentle love.
Yes.
That's it.
We deserve an
want the soft
intentional
life. Yes,
love.
give it to us.
We
Absolutely.
deserve a soft love.
Yes.
We are hard enough on ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are hard enough on who we are, who we've become, where we are, what we've accomplished. We are hard enough on ourselves every single day. Am I doing this right?
Yes.
Am I a good mother? Am I a good wife? Am I a good daughter? Am I a good friend? Am I a good employee? Am I doing this right? Am I doing enough? We are hard enough on
Yes.
ourselves. Why do I need somebody being hard on me too?
There you go. Hey, Wells of Wealth community. Are you working right now?
I'm just trying to get to the bag, baby, selling these houses.
Really? If you're looking to buy or sell a house here in the Houston area, please contact the Wells team. But not during the podcast. Maybe we can put that away until it's done.
I got you, baby.
Okay. All right, cool.
Back to the podcast.
Yeah.
It's a little important. All right, let's hop back into it. All right. So what's some advice that you guys would give to a newly married couple that's learning, one, how to navigate social media together, because there's some issues that can be posed there, and just in general, through y'all's years of marriage and what y'all have learned, like what's some advice that y'all would give?
Such a gentleman. First, when it comes to the social media stuff, I definitely think that just recognizing each other's strengths and allowing that person, it's okay if you're not strong there.
Yeah.
You don't have to be.
Yeah.
You handle what you are strong in. You handle the things that, you can do in your sleep, essentially, right?
Yeah.
And allow each other's strengths to shine so that you can be a team.
Yeah.
A team is not one person knowing how to do everything.
Right.
Everybody has their strong spot, their
Yeah.
sweet spot.
Yeah.
Allow your spouse to be in their sweet spot and you be in yours.
Yeah.
And don't navigate from that. Don't stray from that.
Yeah.
Because once you do, that's when things get tangled, confusing, and overwhelming. Stick to what you know how to do best and allow them to do the same. And learn from each other.
Yeah.
Allow yourself the ability to learn. You don't know it all. You don't know what's best all the time.
Yeah.
Allow them to have a say, have a voice.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that I have learned in this process, is to allow him to have a voice.
Yeah.
So I don't just post and let him find out about it later.
Right.
I go over the captions with him and I make sure it sounds right to who we are, what we're really trying to say.
Yeah.
I let him see everything I'm about to post after I've created it and, pieced it all together. And he does the same with me when he posts on the channels that he's in charge of.
Yeah.
And I definitely think that, it has helped us to feel like we're in this together.
Yeah.
It's got to be one band, one sound, or it's not
Yeah.
going to work. You
It's
can't be
not,
singing
yeah.
different tunes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You have to be a united front.
Yeah.
And as far as, man, when I tell you, it's like communication is literally the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And everything
absolutely.
else that comes from marriage is the branches of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nothing will ever work without communication. I mean, nothing. Finances, children, having them or not, raising them, how to
Yes.
raise them, intimacy, how to handle outside influences. None of that works without communication.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
None of that will work without communication. And I'm not talking about just communication between the two of you.
Yes.
Take it to God.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Praying.
Take it to God.
Yes.
And sometimes you need to take it to God before you take it to him. Or take it to
Yes.
God before you take it to her.
Yeah.
Because the way you about to take it to her is not going to
That's
be
not-
effective.
Right. Right.
So sometimes you got to go to God first with the problem.
Yeah.
Get your clarity. Get your answers.
That's
And then
good.
take it to him.
Yeah.
When your mind is sound
Right.
and your tone is leveled and you're balanced mentally, emotionally, and spiritually.
Yeah.
Because when you go to them before you actually think it through, that's when communication gets skewed.
Yeah.
That's when it gets hard
Yeah.
and it's no longer effective. And all those branches, your intimacy, raising your children, having children or not, when the right time for this is, finances, your mama drama, your daddy drama, whatever it is you're going through, all of those branches die off.
Yeah.
Because that tree is no longer rooted in God's
Yes.
goodness.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
got to sow that seed. Sowing that seed was getting married, right?
Right.
Yep.
But you got to make sure that soil that seed is in is rich.
That's good.
And all God needs it to be so that your tree can grow
Yeah. That's
good.
abundantly.
Yes. And
And
it can
it
produce
It
fruit.
can produce the fruit.
Yeah.
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 It can produce the fruit.
That's good.
That is good.
It is good. I don't know
Man.
leave. I got something. So I think when it comes from a influencer standpoint on Instagram, I think that if you are working together as a married couple, I think that you need to assert yourself in your authentic self. Assert yourself into that position and be that. Because if you are married and you're doing influencing together, whatever authentic self that you are, that's what makes your marriage thrive.
Yeah.
Vice versa, husband and wife. So that's gonna make your content come alive and you see the realness of your content. And also to operate in your position of power the best way that you possibly can, because that's where your energy is at and that's where your blessing is at in what y'all doing in your ministry and marriage on Instagram.
Yeah.
That's what I would say the most biggest thing is that whatever your role is at, live in that power in that thing.
Yeah.
Live it out,
good.
let that stuff shine. I would say that. And then for marriage, what I would say is that submission. If you go to any wedding, when they hit that submission part, it's a hard part to take. It is not just for the wives.
Yeah.
It's for the husbands too.
Yeah.
God, yes.
And you think about it, say if you can't submit to your wife or the wife can't submit to the husband, you're not submitting to God's purpose in marriage. So
Yeah.
submission is the most beautiful thing you can do, and also love unconditionally.
Yes.
Unconditional love is the most beautiful thing you can have
And intentional.
for
Yes.
your husband or wife. When you love that person unconditionally, you don't understand what you do for that person. You understand you might unconditionally love your wife or your husband on a Monday, and they might think about it on a Friday.
Yeah.
And like you don't know what you done for that person and what you did for them and how you help uplift them and bring them into a better position of how they see their marriage, how they see themselves,
Yes.
and how they see themselves loving you back, the reciprocation. So I say unconditional love and submission. And once you get that piece under your umbrella and express it the way God wants you to express it, your marriage will thrive.
That's good.
That's great.
I like to say love on purpose.
Yes. Yes.
Love on purpose.
Yeah.
And you do that, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Right? Like, a lot of people think that love is just, I love you. Oh, I love you too.
Yeah.
But that when you love on purpose, when you put love into action, because that's what love is. That's
It
what
is.
you can say it all day, but do you show it? How do you
Yes.
show it?
Yeah.
Right? And I think that once people recognize that piece, that one little piece, it can really change the trajectory of your relationship.
Absolutely.
But you got to remember, it's not a one day. Loving you on purpose today don't.
Yeah.
Like, I got to love you on purpose tomorrow too.
I gotta.
Yeah.
I
And
gotta.
then the next
Yes.
day,
Be like water.
and the next day.
Yes.
That's why, honestly, I don't care what nobody say. I am not a college graduate. But I've accomplished 11 years of marriage.
Yeah.
And that in itself,
Absolutely.
That is gold.
because
okay?
literally every single day
Yeah.
I have to love on purpose.
Yeah.
when my attitude is bad, I gotta make sure it don't affect him. When things are happening that I'm not happy about, or things are happening that he's not happy about, like I gotta love on purpose every single day.
Every day, even when you don't feel like it.
Yeah. Oh, even when you don't feel like it.
Yeah.
There's no
Probably
holidays.
more especially when you don't feel like it.
And people be like, oh, I got a girls trip. We were talking earlier about going on. Let me tell you something. On a girls trip, I'm still a wife. I'm just not physically with my husband.
Yeah.
But I'm still a wife. I still have to consider him.
Yes.
I'm out here spending money. I still have to consider,
Yes.
hey, I just want you to know I see this person in the store. I'm in Greece.
Right.
And I see this person in the store. And it's Louis.
Yeah.
And it's about $5 cheaper here than it would be in the States. Can I grab it? Like, what you think?
Like, you good?
You good? How you feeling about this purchase?
Yeah.
I can't just be out there swiping credit cards
No,
like
you
that.
can't.
Even if we were filthy rich, I still got to consider how he feels. Rich men are some of the cheapest. I still have to consider how he feels about these purchases. If I'm out at a bar with a friend, I still got to consider if my husband would like this bartender flirting with me, giving me all these free drinks. Now, brother, I will gladly pay.
Right.
Thank you. Like, I don't need you thinking these free
That
drinks
something's
gonna lead to
come
other
with
things
something.
because I am married.
Right.
Like, I definitely think that, like,
because that happens. Yeah.
you have to be, you're a wife, you're a husband, no matter what, 24/7. And I think that's what people miss.
Yeah.
That's where people get it wrong.
It is.
You are a wife or a husband 24/7,
Yeah.
whether you're with them or not.
Not
You got to
when
consider them always.
It's not just when they're looking. It's
not when you right here in their face,
Right.
And it's all cute, and it's all perfect, and everything is aligned. No, it's all the time, every day, even when they are away.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You better have with you everywhere you go.
That's
Everywhere
good.
Representing.
That's right.
And that is a perfect segue into our Wealth Avenue. And so Wealth Avenue is where we give you tips and tricks on your journey to success. And so I feel like you already gave us so many gems. It's just so much good advice for couples and for people that look at you, aspire to do with what y'all are doing. But do y'all have a final thought, I guess, on all of this?
Just be happy.
Yes, I think be happy, and I think that the journey to being happy might not look the way you want it to look.
No,
it's
and that's
progress.
okay.
I think marriage is beautiful. I think it teaches you a lot about yourself, a lot about how you love and how you're willing to love. So I think it's a deep run through you in that kind of way. And I think that it's great to take on that challenge if you are choosing to get married. It's probably one of the best journeys you ever have into yourself and also into your love life.
But it's the best journey when you make it the best journey.
Yes.
Marriage is what you make it.
Yeah.
Success is what you make it.
Yeah.
So it's up to you.
Yeah.
Allow peace, happiness, and joy to wash over you. That's what God wants for all of us.
That's good.
He wants all of us to be at peace.
Yes.
He wants all of us to experience true joy.
Yes.
Like, he didn't create us to be on this world angry,
No.
hateful,
Yeah.
insecure, and full of anxiety.
Right.
That's not what he created us for.
Yeah.
We allowed those demons to take over us. We allow them in our space. I like to call it the bubble of protection. And when you feel these things, and when you don't allow yourself to just let go and let God and actually be at peace in your life, wherever you are, you allow holes in your bubble of protection to open up.
Yes.
And that's the holes that the devil try to come into,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so what we got to do is we got to keep that bubble intact. By any means. Does this mean you don't experience? No.
Yeah.
I think that whether you have faith or not, you're going to experience all the emotions we were
Absolutely.
equipped to experience.
Because we're humans,
But I can cry and still have faith.
Yes.
I can cry and still believe God is going to
Yes.
see me through.
Yep.
Because me believing that don't take me from my pain that I'm
Right.
feeling.
Right.
It's a real thing. God wants us to experience that. You ever seen the movie Inside Out?
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that
I
analogy.
love that movie. Yes.
happiness needed sadness, but happiness could not see that. Sadness needed to overpower that little girl for a second so that she can really see how blessed she really was.
Yeah.
And then that's when she became her happiest.
Yes. Yes. So God has given us all these emotions for a reason.
It's all to balance us out.
Yeah.
And to keep us in his perfect
good.
position.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
I need to watch that movie.
Yes. it is
It
a
is.
life lesson in that
It's
movie.
good.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
It is a good movie.
It helps me to feel more comfortable with who I am because I am really emotional. I do cry a lot.
Yeah.
But it's so healing.
So it helped me out too it's okay to be sad.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay to let them sad emotions run through you and navigate those emotions.
Because he was
Yes.
happiness.
Yeah. Yeah.
He always struggled to feel anything other
Yep.
than that good feeling.
Yeah.
And I'm like, come on, man.
It's
You
okay.
like, I
Things
know
happen
this.
to you just like they
Yeah.
happen to me.
You're like, I know you
Yeah.
feeling
I
something.
know you feeling
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yep.
Talk
There
to
you go.
me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Help me feel like I'm not alone in this
Right.
this feeling.
Yeah.
You know, no, I don't ever want him to dim down his life for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not crazy. We're all
Yeah.
human.
Yes.
There is no way this same thing is happening to both of us and you're not feeling nothing.
Acknowledge that hurt. There you go.
You gotta
Yeah.
acknowledge your hurt in order to get to the sunshine.
That's so good, y'all. That is so good. You
I'll go next. You guys said some amazing things, but my takeaway is just watching you all be who you are. And the beauty in that and the love that shines through is more powerful than words.
Yeah.
And to see from the moment you guys walked in to at this very moment now, what you have shown me has been 10 times more than what you've said. It's just a beautiful sight.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you.
Your love shines through. Your love shines through.
It does. It does. I'm like,
I appreciate
I don't
that.
even know how to follow that one up. I mean, that was good. And it is so true. And just to kind of piggyback on that, when you walked in, I told you, I feel like I've known you forever.
Yeah.
And, you know, this is actually our first time meeting in person, but I've been following y'all's journey. And the things that y'all have taught me in particular, like, the expression of love that y'all show, the expression of Black love that y'all show is so important to our generation, because in a day and age where there's so much of the other side that's shown
Yeah.
and it's thrown at us consistently all the time, to be able to get on Instagram, which is a platform that could be used for good or evil, and to see y'all use it for good, and to help build other marriages, and to give people hope, and to give people an idea of what love looks like, it's been incredible. So y'all just keep going.
Yeah,
Please.
absolutely.
Thank you. Yes.
Absolutely.
Please keep going, because you're an inspiration to all of us.
We needed this more than you know.
Yes. Thank
So,
you.
We appreciate
You
y'all.
got me over here. I'm trying to get
needed
myself
it.
together
We
too.
Needed
need to
it.
hear that,
We-
yes.
that, you know, no, you can't live your life where you worry about what people think, right?
Yeah.
But what people think can fuel you in a way, especially when you're doing what we're doing, where we're impacting other people. And so knowing what people think is important.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not gonna lie, there are times where we do think about, hanging it up, and maybe, maybe this wasn't necessarily
Maybe,
what God was trying to tell us to do, but listening to other people say how just being around us or
Snap us
just
back.
seeing us
Yeah.
on their screen it is empowering them in their own lives and their own journeys. It's definitely, it gives us it's kind of like Superman in the sun.
Yeah.
Energizes us,
Yeah.
It energizes us. It gives us what we need to keep going, because it's hard to keep going.
Yep.
Yeah, it
But
is.
Yeah.
it's necessary.
Necessary.
Absolutely.
Hard things are they
Necessary
bring
steps
the
you gotta
best
take.
Yes.
results. They
They do.
build a level of success that is untouchable. So
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to see what's next for you guys. I really can't.
Yes.
We have so
Great
many
things are to come.
things
Great
happening. We have
things
so
are
many
coming.
things we're trying to do.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So
Well, let everybody know where they can find you, how they can follow you, how they can plug in with you guys, and
we are literally the Gross Way on
Yes.
all platforms.
spell it
Okay.
out for them.
TheGroceWay
There we
on
go.
all platforms. Like all platforms.
All of them.
It's the
TikTok,
same all the way
YouTube,
across
Instagram.
Yep, it's the same all the way across the board.
Awesome.
And we also have a podcast, the Make It Last podcast,
Yes.
that are on all streaming platforms.
Spotify,
We also
Apple
have an
Podcasts.
Instagram for that, the Make It Last podcast.
Yes.
And yeah, we are everywhere. So
All right.
please come find us.
Yes. Find us. If you follow us, you need to follow them.
Yes.
If you don't do nothing else. But
Amen.
we just want to thank y'all for being on our show, for being a part of the Wells of Wealth podcast with us, for chatting with us. I look forward to just continuing to build this relationship. that we've built.
Yes. We are family
Absolutely.
now.
Y'all not getting rid of it.
Yes. I look forward to it. We're going to have some wind downs and
Yay!
some hangouts and
Yes.
kick it.
Most definitely.
But thank you guys for tuning in, for being a part of this journey with us. Make sure that you follow us on all of your favorite podcast streaming apps. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Press that
Hit
subscribe.
them
Hit
buttons.
that
Them
button.
buttons for us, baby.
Hit those
them buttons.
buttons.
And you can follow us at Wells of Wealth Podcast on all media, social media platforms as well. So thanks for joining in. And until next time, bye.
Yeah.